Listen. Yeah. Yes, God. Get that out of there. Boom, cack, cack, boom, boom, cack, cack. Listen, how did the boom? Hold on now. Let's start this off with where it needs to be. Bravo, Canada. Very entertaining episode. I thank you personally. And so does this cup that shouldn't be on display. That was coffee this morning. Listen. Let's have some fun today, kids. Let's have a good time, if you will, because we need to get into Canada's Drag Race, Season 4, Episode 4. And I am fully ready to have this conversation because, baby, I said, oh, a design challenge. Okay, we have a golden beaver in place too. Don't forget about that. The right decisions for the winner, the wrong decisions for the gold beaver, but at the same time, kind of the right decision because we got what we got. A double Shantae and drama ahead of us. Dare I say season 4 is coming with it. Dare I say so far as I'm concerned, even with how this is operating, I wonder what's going to happen. This might be up there with season 1. This might be up there. Oh, I very much enjoyed season 1 and season 2, to be honest with you. But season 1 for sure was the start of where it was like, ooh, what is this? Brooklyn got something going on here. We were upset at one person on the panel, but they're no longer here. And now we got this one. The kids understand the assignment. I understand it. We have now established villain arcs, if you will, and also battlegrounds. The lines are drawn. We have alliances. I said, this is Drag Race. And here I am for it. I'm here for it. The kids know what they're doing. The girls know. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. It has been an interesting Friday for your boys so far. I appreciate y'all so much for tuning in. Before I go on this grandstand of I'm very happy about this episode, I want to ask you to hit that like button, share and subscribe, and become a part of this Rant Pack family. And for the girls that know, yes, libations are heavy. And it's the same blend I told you before. It's a sativa. It's a good one, too. What my talkative questions here. A lot of things we got to say. Let's do this right now. Let's go ahead and get my social medias out the way. Talk about the little tippy jar for if you want to rim that little jar, put a little something in it. And then also get the disclaimer out the way because, I have opinions today. And I want all of these queens and everybody watching to know I have no malice, no ill will, no malicious intent towards anyone. I will have opinions today. They're just that. They're opinions. This happened a year ago? So I'm talking about something from beyond, okay? From way back, find your way back, Beyonce, if you will. Shout out to the barbs out there that may be watching this. I know you're having a wonderful Friday. You were served Pink Friday too. I know you're happy. God bless every single one of you. Don't you come over here telling me to I'll tell you my songs and we'll leave it there so you won't get angry. Barbie Dangerous. Beep, beep. I wish that was longer. Falling for You, Needle, everybody. That's a vibe. Where's the video? Big difference. Glad to hear the whole song. That 154 change up. That girl. Right when that beat change up. That girl. And then my favorite song on the album, Bam Bam. You're welcome. In case you were wondering, because I was like, I know a bar about to come. Did you? Listen, I have. At MattyRants everywhere except for Twitter, which is at the MattyRants. You can find that all in the description of my channel. Once you go to the main page and click down, it'll take you to all those links and spaces and places. I also do reactions on Patreon. I actually posted a little clippy poo in the short section of YouTube. So if you want to see the full video, it's on Patreon. But I also posted the short also posted on other places too, on my YouTube of my at least a minute of what the reaction gives on Patreon. It's not that terrible of quality, but the zoom in definitely made it seem that way. So please forgive. But at the same time, that's how the reactions go down. We are talking, we are watching, we are going cray. Like, what's happening here? So all of that jazz, check me out over on Patreon for as low as $1. It's a cough drop. The weather's been weird out here. It was cold earlier this week. It's hot today. It's going to be storming all day tomorrow. And then Sunday, it's going to drop to 38. Texas. Bookable on Cameo for special requests. I also have merch available at dragqueenmerch.com. So make sure you check that out. Again, all those links, once you go to my main page, whether on your phone or on the computer, and you get to the Abouts, you're going to see all those links placed and displaced for your pleasure. That didn't make any sense. I'm making it make sense. Sometimes my words will fall out of my mouth and you'll be like, what? And that's the point of that. See, I just did it. If you want to drop a little something in my tip jar, be my lover, but not not that at all. Not that well, love you, but not like, oh, what you look like. Anywho, paypal.me/MattyRants, catch up $, It's not necessary for participation today, but certainly appreciate it because I am a single father of one. A child who'd act, oh, my baby today. Oh, my cat. I swear to God, that visit. I said, oh my God, now I understand everybody that says they have the pet insurance was important. I needed it today. Sorry, we had to get that out of there, kids. But if you want to, I'd appreciate it. Thank you so much for all those who send love, whether it's the super chats, whether it's just in the live chats, live comments, or getting in the comment section. Remember hitting that like button and getting in the comment section after this video is posted, or you've gone through it, or you got to a certain point, is really important for the algorithm and gets me back into the outer space of YouTube's good graces. So please and thank you for everybody. Already 104 of you in this room. I'm not going to have that banner up all the time, but I'm going to post it some of the time. And again, appreciate every single one of you for being here. If you see Emreka in the chat, bonjour, madame, comment allez-vous aujourd'hui, n'est-ce pas? All the way out in France there, that's one of our moderators. They're going to be posting the timestamps later after this conversation of epic proportions, and you can get straight to the point if you would like to. So thanks for tuning in again, everybody, today. Emreka, let me go ahead and do something there with that one, because I'm going to have both my YouTube up and this. I'm going to go ahead and pin that to the live chat. So far, with the poll that we've started with at the beginning of this review, 93% of you was the episode giving, and you're at yes, and 7% no. Understandable for those who may not have been feeling it, but I most certainly was. Now, this is going to be necessary. Disclaimer. This program's for entertainment purposes only. I promise. This program's for entertainment purposes only. I promise. And content is not intended to malign any religion, race, company, individual, gender, or wigs. All opinions expressed by MattyRants and program participants also their personal views and do not affect the opinions of every human on the planet. No hate should be sent to any of the shows or individuals mentioned on this program, so please don't be rude. And grab your libations and strap in, because Matty is a talker, and you may be here for a while. If you feel uncomfortable after reviewing this program, please consume some Matty and have yourself a good poop, 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 poop. Yes. But seriously, though, after reading this, or even if you're just listening right now, I really implore y'all not to send hate to anybody that we talk about on the show. I don't do stuff like that. You don't need to do it either. I also know that there's certain things that can happen in the social media spaces and places that provide sort of information, whether it be fully factual or not, that can sometimes get everybody to then respond in a reaction. So I think it's best if we make sure we know everything that's going on, support those around said things that are happening, but at the same time, make sure we keep everybody accountable. But again, please enjoy yourselves, because this program is for entertainment purposes only. Happy Friday. I love every single one of you. God bless you all. Now, should I say that after our last live? Okay, listen. Now, for those of you who are wondering real quick before we start the episode, yes, I went to the vet today. Mamu-chan, unfortunately, did not have the best visit. He is healthy outside of one particular thing. Let me pull this up because I've been studying it all day and I've already had my cry. I've literally already had my cry over this because it was just, I hated to know that was going on, but I'm like, it's not my fault. It's apparently genetic. Possibly the guy was like, it more than likely it happened when he was in the adoption age, when he was at the adoption shelter, and they wouldn't be able to catch it because he was very young. But Mamu-chan has stomatitis, unfortunately, and it's an inflammation of the gums. If not treated, it can become extremely serious and very uncomfortable for him. The gums can end up looking like hamburger meat, which is what the doctor said, which scared the out of me. And I was thinking, oh my God, is this the reason why he's been doing the things he's been doing? And I found out, yes, that's why he's been timid for water. He still drinks it, but he's been timid about it because I didn't realize the inflammation. Now I know. So I've started implementing new things. But other than that, he's very super healthy. He was like, the cat has a beautiful coat. Like, he's such a sweetheart. I'm talking about you. He's staring at me. I think Mamu could feel my emotion this morning after we left the vet, and I was just crying sitting in the car on the way back home because I was just mad. I was just like, fuck. Oh, I don't want anything bad to happen to him. So I have his medication now. This is what they have me on with the stuff I have to put in his water and some oral spray. Currently, he will be getting teeth cleanings every 2 to 3 months, serious ones. And we're just going to keep going. It's unfortunately something that can't be cured is what they said, but it's possible to, make sure it doesn't get extremely bad, but he'll have it for life. And I was like, that's my child. Whew, we're not going to cry. We already did this today. So yeah, and thank God for my pet insurance because I did not have to pay a lot at all for this. And he's like, basically, that's going to be what it is whenever you need a refill. And I'm like, okay, work. I can do this. Thank you for the pet insurance. Shout out to the vet today. God bless that baby. Yeah, I have some stuff for his teeth now, like certain treats that are going to be helping him, but it apparently has to do with a lot of tartar buildup. And I didn't realize that with cats. So he's like, yeah, it can happen in dogs and cats, and it's inflammation of the gums, and it's like extreme tartar buildup that can end up like, if worse comes to worse, we'd have to do teeth removal, and that can be. So I'm already like, here comes the little budget for his, if this happens. I had to open a new savings account today. It was like, oh my God, like, okay, we have savings for me. We have savings for Babu. So that's currently my life right now, but I love my baby, and yeah, I'll do anything in the world for him. So yeah. So shout out to all my fur parents out there. I have a new understanding of, we're at the vet and you have gotten that conversation and life is about to be a little bit different than you thought it was going to be. That was me like, oh, okay, great. Great. Awesome. We have some super chats. Let's get to that. Ashraf, thank you so very much. I'm almost more excited to see your review than the actual episode, which was fire. The episode was everything. Let's not do that. But yes, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Adam Tex Hill, thank you so much for the super chat. Come on, me and you together. We're in our Vivienne Westwood era. Remember, this is inspired by Vivienne. Will, thank you for the super chat. This episode better get Canada at least several Canadian Screen Awards, their version of the Emmys. I believe this episode would be nominated, but I'm kind of more excited to see what happens next week because this was good in the last 20 minutes. Like it was good. We were in it. Like the show was like, okay, we're good. But when we got to Untucked, the episode completely changed, and it was like, oh, the setup is real. And I'm gonna show you some screenshots today. I think Brooklyn was mad that decisions were not made in reference for a particular person still being there, because even the response was telling. Well, I'll be damned. I said, oh. But listen, oh wait, we might not have needed this golden beaver. Oh, Amy, thank you so much for the super chat. It's Friday night here in Sweden. Oh, amazing! All the way out in Sweden, I was trying to figure out the hello in Sweden, and I was going to say something in German, and that was going to be totally wrong. So I stopped myself. American, and I'm so glad I don't have any plans, so I can catch this live because, baby. Get ready for it. God bless you. Thank you so much for the super chat all the way out in Sweden. Mark, thank you for super chat. It's Vivienne Westwood, inspired. Quote of the episode for me. Bitch, you saw my reaction. I said inspired. Like, let's keep it there, okay? All right. Y'all ready? Let's go ahead and wrap this poll up. Let's wrap the poll up. Let's just do it. 95% of y'all said yes, this episode was giving. 5% said no. Appreciate y'all for being here. We'll pull out that poll once again when we get to the runways. Will, thank you for the super chat. We're going to be serving our Vivienne Westwood inspired couture along with our Celine Dion skirts for the rest of 2023 and 2024. As a reminder, JK wore that Vivienne Westwood skirt, Celine Dion skirt. Come on, get the quote right. When they were performing in Houston. So it was a gag to see them. Also, real quick though, hey Dawn, shout out to Dawn. She watched the Meet the Queens video and saw my reaction. Dawn from season 16. Thank you for the follow back on Instagram. Love you. See, now JK follows me and Dawn. So I'm like almost all the way in that family. But yes, there was a moment where I was talking to JK online and I said something, we're riding until dawn, and Dawn's like, well, yes. And they hadn't did the cast announcement. So it was, that kind of gagged me. The sativa was hitting hard too at that moment. So the realization was like fireworks, bitch. My reaction was very real. So love you, Dawn. Also shout out to Amy Yonsei Chanel. I saw you on my Twitter. What's going on, my Dominican sister? Because let me tell you something, baby. Listen, you may not have knew all the words, but you were cutting up in that lip sync along with everybody in the kitchen sink near enough. I said, Near, you really living up to this name because you near enough did every trick that you got. You said, I am not going home tonight. I had a good time. It was a good lip sync, but I was also like thinking to myself, so one of them would have to go home, and that's not sitting right with me. And when decisions were made, I said, oh, okay, good. And Priyanka had her song on Drag Race. I said, is that the first time a drag queen from a franchise has had their music played as the lip sync song outside of RuPaul? Is that actual factual tea? I want to hear that from y'all. 154 in this room. Hit that like button. Thank you so much for being here. Because I was like, oh, now that would be some kind of full circle. Go ahead and pray. I said, and isn't it funny that Near Enough was doing Lemon's part perfectly? I said, because that's thick lemon. I'm trying to tell you. I told you. I said it. Now, you know she knew that part. All right, listen, let's get this on. Let's get this out the way. We're going to miss the girlfriend experience. But Kitten Caboodle had a little tough time reading this lipstick message that was a paragraph. It was an article in Variety, apparently. But, God bless him. God bless him. I got to be real. This is where it started. All right. As much as I want to do the congratulations for Aurora, because congratulations, also her eye makeup is going to be everything when we get to this later part in the episode, because I live and I breathe for it. Okay. It's Amy Yonsei Chanel and motherfucking Luna Dubois. And I'm like, what? No, my melanated sisters. What is happening? Okay. Now, Amy, Amy gets a little buck sometimes. Let's be very now, sister. You speak your piece. I didn't think y'all were that good, and sister over here was a little behind. Now, Mama is in a good little pixie wig. Okay, that's been cut to the bang on the sharpen and the regular. Do you see those eyebrows, Amy? This is not the fight. This ain't it. Okay, because then your whole group was trash, but you were the best one, which is the truth. Which was the truth. It's the truth. So Luna was like, girl, I'm not playing with you. I'm not doing this today. And it caused a little bit of a cack. And I thought to myself, let's not do this between these two. It's the first thing I said. No, I like both of you. Y'all take that fight somewhere else. That was me. This later gets resolved and on, a relatable level, which I love that I both could relate to on a religious level with these two. But it was interesting to see that started up because I was like, oh, don't let this be a thing. I feel like it might be a thing. Don't let it be a thing. Melinda Verga, your edit was insane this week. Your edit was insane this week. When I tell you they actually had to pull a receipt on you for Untucked is the gag for me. I said, oh, Canada wants to give them that award. what you say, the Canadian screen, something, bitch, give them everything. Because I said, oh, we're pulling receipts. That's TV. That's reality TV. That's the shit we're looking for here. Because we want to see the contradiction. We want to see the bullshit. I fed into it. Thank you. Wow. Thank you, Candace Drag Race. I was like, ooh. This episode started off with, I'm getting there. I want the judges to see me. I was like, okay, everybody got a little voice up in here. Let's move on. Let's not even play, kids. We got to get to the point. We got to get to it. I do. Listen, I love, hey, Brad, nice to see you. I did not watch that one show that came on after Drag Race, but I will watch you here and any other program that does not impede on Drag Race having a full edit of our proportions. That didn't make, nope, keep it going. Proportional. I'll watch anything that's not after to where you impede on my viewership, okay? God bless you, young man. Go ahead, baby. You've got this top with this hoodie on, and you've got shorts, and we're doing a fashion challenge. I said, okay. This probably gives for somebody, but I was over here going, Brad is having a whole conversation about clothes, and he looked like he's going to 3 different events. God bless her. God bless her. I was like, well, maybe this is the look somewhere else. I said, okay, this makes sense. No, it doesn't. But he tells these babies they got to pick a wig from Got to Be, who is sponsoring this at this moment right now. And if you haven't seen a Got to Be box of dye for hair, y'all should already know how them colors peak, and it's always like a silver or gold, something kind of background. So we got some different wigs in the colors of some of these dyes for Got to Be. Very smart advertisement here. But the queens had to do a photo shoot, styling these wigs, getting into their full best Got to Be. It's very hard, Liam, to not say got to be, to be real. It's very hard not to say that when I'm saying got to be. Coastal Lover, how are you? I remember you, bud. How you doing? Welcome back. I know all of our shows are coming back on. How's everyone doing? Before we go further, how are y'all doing? Y'all good? A week, right? I don't know if it has been. If it's been a wonderful week for you, props to your mom. If it's been a week for you, God bless you, son, sister. Them, they, then, and that, and then some. Okay, real quick. Love y'all down. Thank you for tuning in. Do me a favor, hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Become a part of this Rant Pack family. Drop a tip in my jar if you feel like it. I'm gonna leave it up for just a few more minutes here in reference to PayPal.me/MattyRants. Cash up MattyRants, Venmo MattyRants. Please and thank you. I appreciate it. But the thumbs up button is for free. The comment section needs you. Thank you so much for the super chats today. I appreciate it. Let's get it going. Baby Crazy, hearts back to you. All my love back to you. You sent 5, I send 6. Thank you for sending me those hearts. I love you down. Crash, just stop me by before I go out tonight. Work. All my love to you and your inflamed child. Bitch, fuck you. I'm just kidding. Thank you, Crash. I appreciate it. You leave my gummy bear alone. Oh, I could have named him Gummy. A gummy bear. No, that would have been stupid. God bless my baby, though. Anastasia Milano. Hey, sweetie. Hey, Maddie. Sending some coin your way. Brooklyn wanted Melinda gone this episode so bad. Oh, she did. And that made me love Brooklyn that much more. I'm telling you this now. That much, I was like, that is the realest I have seen. That whole, well, I'll be damned. I said, oh, bitch, you wanted to say something. I'll tell you this right now. I was like, okay, Brooklyn, you had to gather yourself real quick. Let's look at some of the photos. Because there was a cannon that went off and it scared some of the girls. I wish I could have gummy bears too, but my teeth, I'm low-key supposed to be getting my wisdom teeth pulled out in January. So the last thing I want to do is have some gummy bears right now. Oh, I'm going to just tell you this. Those wisdom teeth will be coming out on a Monday, and I will be back to do my review for Drag Race Season 16 on Saturday. I'm telling you that. A whole week of recovery. It's going to be bad. Let me tell you something. When Venus said she was signed. I believed it. I believed it. I did. Full on believed it. You know, Kiki had a good photo. And it is nice to see Cat on our screens again. I couldn't believe we had Captivating Cat over here. Look at Captivating Cat. Go on, sister. She done won a whole season. Listen, and then came over to Canada and said, I'm going to give you Ghost. Can you imagine? Woo! Woo! My goodness. Woo! Okay. All right. I think no. I'm sorry, I have to laugh. Put on that wig and made it just flatter. Listen. Woo! All right, I'm done laughing at him. Let me move on. Oh, woo, goodness. All right. Oh, my goodness gracious. My Lord Jesus. That's a chuckle looking at that one, I'm gonna tell you. All right, now, hey. I thought Luna was eating this photo up. Mama lost her wig. I think that Aurora was serving too. Kitten looks like Kathy Hilton, and you can't tell me otherwise. I'm just gonna tell you right now. You can't tell me. I love you, Kitten Caboodle. You are Kathy Hilton in this photo. And if you squint hard enough, it's actually Denise Richards at that dinner party. That's Kathy. I love Kitten too. She's a hoot. Will, thank you for the super chat, baby. That's gratituding cat. Oh my God. Gratituding. I could have just said Dee Dee Marie Holiday and we would have been done. I'll be quiet. Listen, that'd been a whole opposite scale of color. All right, now listen. Let's get to this. Let's talk about it. Now, I may have been annoyed by Nira this episode, and it was a joyous annoyance. Like she both made me go, girl, please. And also, thank you for cutting up, sister. We appreciate you. She ate this photo up. This gave ad. This gave well-spent money on advertisement. That we're going to call it what it is. This was the ad, honey. I was like, okay. Denims was, I wish they gave her a different background. It had been something a little different. And then when I looked over here at Amy Yonce Chanel, I love you, sister. I do. But I thought this was a cast photo for some movie that we were about to see, or possibly a TV series that Tammy Roman's going to star. I thought you were going to be a part of the Miss Pat show, no shade, with this wig and this combination. I was like, what's going on? What's happening here? Oprah's cousin? Listen, is she going to give everybody a car? I don't know. I didn't want to say BET Plus because I want to give Amy a better chance at life. That's why I didn't say BET Plus. I wanted her to have a good chance at life. I would never say another network because they would just put her on there and then make her fight people. And who wants to do that? Anywho, lift every wig. Nira won. I agree. I was like, I agree. I didn't want to say Talopecia Perry. I didn't want to say Talopecia. Dua Lipa Perry. Boo, Matthew. Okay, listen. Near enough won something. God bless you, baby. It was a good photo. You deserved it. So I was very much here for those results. Now on to the Maxi Challenge themselves. No, listen, the photographer was great. He had a lot of good people to work with here. See how this worked? He had a lot of good people to work with. Look at these photos. A lot of good people to work with. A lot. Ah! Oh, oh, oh. Okay, back to the fun stuff. Woo! He almost had a lot of good things to work with here. There was going to be one funny photo. Brad Goreski is trying to get rid of things in his closet, and versus donating it to people who need it, he brings. No, I'm just. I'm playing. I'm playing. Before someone's like, "Matt, where are you going with this?" I'm kidding. This is my sense of humor. Stop. Okay, he could have donated it to charity. I can hear somebody right now. But no, Brad Goreski's clothes were too gay for Goodwill. So he brought them on over to the drag race scene and told them to cut his shit up and make it into something fabulous. That's a better way of wording that joke. There you go. There you go. The clothes are too gay for Goodwill, and Buffalo Exchange said no, thank you. They were afraid that if they all rubbed together, a bonfire of epic proportions in California is not what they needed. Okay, thank you. It's a little too dry out there. But listen, I'm kidding. Of course, kids, don't take me seriously. Don't. 205 in the room. Thanks for being here. Do me a favor, hit that like button, share, and subscribe, and become a part of this Rant Pack family. I appreciate you all for tuning in today. Do not forget that there is going to be a panel Sunday. And for those of you who are like, Matt, I cannot wait another week for you to do a House of Villains Monday. You will see me Monday, Tuesday for Dracula, off Wednesday, because I have a doctor's appointment. Thank you. All right. So we remember one of these looks back here. This is something he's worn for the show before. He danced around in it and caused and created sweat stains. I approve of this, Brad. I hope it's been dry cleaned. Now, I want y'all to think of this challenge, okay? And how you would operate in this mode, because there are a lot of random pieces in play. Okay? I feel like they've done this challenge so many times. They've done it at least once with Michelle Visage's clothes and with Carson as well. I don't think these are all his clothes. I'll be honest with you. I think there's maybe 3 or 4 pieces that belong to that man. But if they are his clothes, then okay, work. I don't think it is. But I go with what the flow is. You want me to say that's in his closet? Good for the closet. Let's talk about the closet. But to the point, y'all, you pick fabric, and you pick a lot of fabric, because they said you can't use shit from the wall. You can't use something from the fabric illusions or whatever. None of that stuff. So what are you supposed to do? Here you go, kids. You pick something that has 2 pieces. Like, let's say you had a suit up there. That's the pants and that's the jacket. That is a lot of material. Okay, that's a base. Now let me work around this base, and that's my color. And let me go into matching colors to go with this. Again, this is why I'm taking sewing classes, and I'm trying to get this shit together, because I don't want it to just be 4 or 5 classes before I get there. I want it to be like a year of me actually having experience of working on something and then just making something from the rip. I plan to document the experience, right? So I'm thinking, if I went there for this, and I'm almost like when Melinda Verger actually picked up that gold suit or whatever, and they went a different route, I'm kind of like, baby, I would have kept that and then just got some black. And we would have been set to go. And I would have just tore that up to motherfucking pieces and then really just went full, let's do avant-garde with that. Make something random and just go with the flow. You go with the flow. You go with the flow. You know what your structure is going to be, and you just go with the flow, right? Regardless of all that, sewing is helpful because that confidence is key. Like you want to be able to walk into this challenge going, I know what fabrics feel like. I know what stretches. I know what is not going to stretch, right? Okay, so there's that. If you got that, you good. But if you're a hot glue girl, now it's about your taste. Now it's about your styling. Now it's about you taking something and picturing it and then being able to craft it and mold it into something that is good. That's a little bit harder. But if you go up in there and I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh my God, this is that. I'm sitting here like, girl, it's going to be a wrap for you. because you're going to get in your head. You're going to overthink the challenge. You're not going to listen to someone's opinion. And in design challenges, when they say it's not going to work, you listen. And that is where we are going to draw that line before we get to the folks that I literally just talked about and all of that. Because there were a couple of people who I'm looking at going, really? Why would you not think that? Why would you not go there? Listen, you want to know whose table I'm sitting at? These two bitches. I want to be over here by the Kiki Coles and by the Kitten Caboodles of the world. Kittens had time and experience sewing. You're crazy. I'm going to be over here with this lady the entire time. Kiki's got taste and can sew, and we know her work. Are you what? Bitch, I'd be on. There's no room on the table. Don't worry, girls. I'm on the floor. I'm on the floor. Because if I have any questions and I want to ask somebody like who I know is going to know what they're doing, it's these two. Now, Luna also went to design school and knows how to sew as well. That's another person who I'd be like, yeah, we gonna be right. We gonna be right there. I want to be near you. That hi, friend. Like, please. Yeah, I'm doing this on my own. Now, what's the real gag is you telling somebody you went to design school. Let me get to Melinda in a second. Hold on. Let me start here. Amy, Yonsei, Chanel. You know I love you, sister. You said bath towels and you said loofahs, and I said she's going to be in the bottom. You didn't even have to explain your concept. You were going to be in the bottom. Bath towels and loofahs. That man asked you to upcycle his clothes, not the things he was wiping his tush with. Those could have been used to add on to something versus being the base layer of the presentation. I knew you was in trouble. That man told you to go somewhere else too. Then Kiki, look, now Kiki did one of them friend moves where it's, well, bitch, I got to win this week, so I'm not going to fully help her. I'm going to do what I can to help her. I'm going to walk her in the right direction. She put this fabric in front of you, said, nah, I'm going to still go with the towels. What? She uses this fabric, by the way. Did you know that? Did you notice with the sleeves? I said she used the fabric, but I wish this would have been the base. And then she went somewhere else with where she was. Oh, I wish this had been the base because the fabric's gorgeous. And Amy do look good in green. Dev, I like this commentary. Amy made it an unconventional materials challenge for no reason. Because I'll tell you what, if that was an unconventional challenge and she had made that, she probably would have been safe this week. They said haute couture from old clothes. Upcycle the outfit. That was the brief. Okay. That was the brief. Thank you so much. A tippy poo in my Cash App. Stephanie, thank you so much. Mom and I are watching. Much love from Poland. All my love out to you in Poland. Thank you so much for that generous tip. I really, really do appreciate you. That's going to go into the Mamuchan Savings Fund. I'll tell you that right now. I thank you so much, Stephanie. I appreciate your support. And I already know who you are with your screen name on here. So if I ever see you in the chat, I know who Stephanie is. So shout out to Stephanie. And hey, Mom. Sorry, I didn't mean to scream at you. I don't know how loud it is on the screen or wherever you're watching today. God bless y'all. Listen, Amy, I wanted you to Chanel it and get back on board, but Yonsei all on his mouth like liquor. Because you were making decisions that Kiki was trying to convince you to go into a different direction. Look at what I did there. Oh, he's bad. He's bad. Near enough. Okay, this fabric, I was concerned for her. I'm going to be real with you because it's a cute print, but you got to know what you're doing with it. And she had brought out that string bikini. I said, oh no, she might be in trouble this week. Aurora was like, yeah, girl. Yeah. I'm sorry, Aurora. You know, I love you, sister. Yeah, girl. Yeah. Yeah, girl. Yeah. If I was nearer, I would have gone and asked other folks. Maybe, okay, again, I don't know what happened in that workroom. You know what I mean? Because there could have been like multiple conversations happening between people. But I would have been like, not for me. Not for me. Now, Nira, I'm gonna get to you a little bit later because I did not care for you at one point in time in this episode, and that sucking your teeth bit. I'm one of them girls, honey. I wouldn't have let that go. I'd have been like, "What you doing all that for?" Now you're telling me, you know what? Before I begin my entire, dissertation on this lady right now in this particular moment, let me take a sip of my lemonade and let y'all read this disclaimer because this is for entertainment only. Let me preface this by saying I do not hate her. I do not wish her ill will. I mean no malicious intent with the words that come out of my mouth, but I have something to say. Okay. So, Melinda, I like you a lot. I think your personality is amazing. You're hilarious. I can see the drive in you. I'm rooting for you, sister. Girl, this entire season has been a chop as far as the look department goes. Every time you get underneath the lighting, I want you to go back into the dark. The makeup has been casket sharp. The wig lines have been thrown off. The taste level has not been there. You literally came out in a whole hospital gown with a corset and some black ankle boots. And you're trying to talk about you? Okay, baby. They put you in the top over your personality, not your look. Please clock in. You're actually wearing this coat and having this moment. You're this coat. And you put this down. When I tell you, I don't know if this was already premeditated or if you was really feeling your shit. But like it was the funniest thing in the entire universe to see you sit on the floor and stare at your outfit and give it the good Roger try. And for those of you who don't know what that means, you're not an American Dad watcher. If you know who Roger the alien is, what does he do, y'all? Bullshit. He becomes a persona and he bullshits his way through the persona. This gave that energy. Roger became a designer and didn't know what he was doing. And sat there while Steve asked him, what's going on? I'm thinking. I'm absolving this. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. And I thought to myself, she had a lot of ideas. But were any of them going to come out looking good? Is the question. God bless her, though, because this was fucking funny. I was like, okay, I really hope she eats this runway up because I haven't seen anything that looks cute. God bless her, but no. Listen, Brad wanted to give some advice to these babies, and there were two people who I need to highlight in reference for this moment. I'm not going to go through everybody here. Hi, Melinda. We're back to you again. This man wanted to, you gave him, I got gold and I got gold. I thought to myself, this is going badly. Then it came into the point where it was like, okay, so do you have confidence in what you're going to be presenting today? Well, I did go to school for this. Oh, dear God. Oh, no. I mean, be proud of yourself that you have that fashion degree. Be proud. You earned it for real. Be proud of that. But there's this thing when people like, oh, who do I use as an example? I'm going to do Raja O'Hara season 11 real quick. And it was one particular episode. It's not Raja now, of course, but like during that season. Do you remember when it was supposed to be the dance challenge? And Raja was like, I'm a dancer. I got this. Then they started doing the choreography. And it was like, oh, this is really too hard for me. They had this whole edit around it. Okay, this is what this is giving. It's, I know what I'm doing. Put them in it. And then you get something different. And it was like, okay. The difference is Raja wouldn't have sat back there and did all this stuff that happened. Okay, also, I don't know, there's going to be this other moment we have to talk about when she's like having this full, like, I got to change the look. And then she's like, well, the judges want to, it was just so weird. It was like, oh no, she is setting herself up for a bad edit. It's crazy. Now, Venus took the hint to a different level because Venus was like, oh, I'm doing Jersey, I'm doing this, that, and other. I was like, oh no, honey. Michelle Visage is not there to say this is everything. This is Leopard. This is Canada's Drag Race. You don't have that tacky lady on there who I love down. She's not really tacky. It's a joke. But you don't have her to go, oh, I love that you did she's not there to give you an extra +5. So you can't do that here. Look at what Brad's wearing. You have to go somewhere else. Okay? Venus took that note and she went in her own Vivienne Westwood inspired. Yeah. Listen, Venus got rid of Michelle Visage and made herself look like Willow Smith when she first got that guitar and it was transparent soul energy. Okay. Mama cut off all her hair, put that little short bob on and said, I got this. These vocals are going to go to good use. That's what happened with Venus. She took the note in. But this moment will come to haunt her. Melinda Virgo. Oh, Melinda. Did you know? You didn't know. Excuse me. Production gold was this moment because this is a genuine moment. This is no, listen, this is a very genuine moment. And it was like everyone in the room could relate to it because, Melinda's like, I'm going to try really hard here. And like, we're here with the best of the best. And these people, are the ones who are judging us. And I'm going to take all their critiques to heart because they're trying to make me be better. Okay. That's a positive way to look at that. You know what, Melinda? I should sound like Cynthia for the rest of this from fucking Dragula and say, that's amazing. Like that to be, I was like, oh, okay. Look at that. I mean, they are, in that, perspective of having some maturity over the other queens. This felt like a moment. I said, okay. She was here. Oh, how this will change. Oh, poor baby. When I tell you she was trying to keep that good chip lollipop with the sweet chip and the candy, she was trying to keep that going. Old baby was trying to, found herself in a mosh pit and someone kicked her in the face with a paintbrush. But listen, Amy Yonsei also got a piece of that too. I was like, oh, goddamn. Because Mama said, I'm going to win this episode and come and bring it this week. Now she's working on bath towels. Venus had to clock in once again. Didn't you just say you was going to win this week, girl? Now how you feeling today? Because she saw the outfit. I said, oh. I said, Venus, put the razor blade down, sister. That upward inflection is a great mask. Let me find out that you work assassin sometimes. She goes into stealth mode. That's Greninja in Pokemon Unite. Or Inteleon for the girls that don't want to have a lot of HP and want to be glass cannons. I'm telling you. Bitch. Oh, Quilvio, thank you so very much for the tippy poo on Venmo, Canada Drag Race. I love Amy and was so concerned for her future on the show this episode. You and me both. Thank you so very much for the tippy poo. I appreciate you, baby. Also, Deborah. Oh, yeah, my mom's name. I love that. Thank you so much for the tippy poo on PayPal. Maddie, thank you for brightening my day. Many blessings. Thank you so much, Debbie. I appreciate you. Whew. 225 in the room. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hit that like button, share, and subscribe. It's your boy Matty-Rants. We're watching, we're talking, we're not watching, but we are talking about after watching. Haha, there it is. Canada's Drag Race, Season 4, Episode 4. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like button, share, and subscribe. And make sure you get in the comment section too and talk about this because the algorithm appreciates that and hit that thumbs up button. Don't put it up your butt because well, actually, no, you do what you want to do with your booty. But I recommend you put your thumb on your device with the thumbs up first. Then you go stick it wherever you want to, in your stop. Matthew. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Concerned. I was for many things. Now, when we get to the deep end of the episode, which a lot of y'all know I used to call it the trauma ward because it very much takes us down the memory lane of things that used to fuck with us or things that made us who we are, which is always sometimes either coming from trauma or it is something that is what's the word I'm looking for here? Or something that's a beautiful moment that you want to share for the screen. DePaul with the mess. Melinda would do better on transparent. Oh, I can see right through. Oh, I don't really know if it's a lie. How dare I not read that before I post that? What is wrong with me? That wasn't nice, DePaul. I think me doing Transparent Soul was also a tad bit shady too. So, DePaul, that was low key a tag. So, thank you. Boom. Okay, thank you. For the girls that got that Transparent Soul read, it's fine. No, we like her here. Don't send her no shade. Maddie, isn't it funny that Melinda's quick drag face is the same as her regular beat? Girl. I'm not reading these, Dave. I'm sorry. Well, hey. Hey. Let's talk about the wonderful moment this was. Okay, let's stay focused. Let's talk about people who aren't painting outside around. So listen, Luna has some history with her home life with family in a very, religious household and very taboo in a Nigerian household. And when she had to go on her own and make that decision to be herself and get away from that sort of like toxicity, she left a note basically saying everything, you know what I mean? And to her family. And they don't know that they're even on this show. I don't think they've even spoken. And I think that's, my heart goes out to Luna here for real, because I'm like, that's deep. And again, they're living their life because this is what they've wanted, and they're not letting anybody stop them. So all my love to you, Luna. That was heavy. Trust and believe. When I came out to my dad, well, he actually outed me because my dad found my old cell phone in my bag, one of those Samsung flip phones. This was like a long time ago. This should tell you how old I am. A Samsung flip phone. And he like went through it and saw messages because my alarm was going off. And then I had like letters in from like exes and stuff. That was like a physical altercation. It was very scary. I was homeless for like a year and some change. Like I was living in my car. Like, yeah, I completely understand. Completely understand. I had to build myself up, honey. Whew, and then you find out who your friends are. But then Amy, Auntie Chanel could totally relate with this situation with her household and how they grew up in their religious life and how they felt like being gay was a sickness and how they associated with, death and all of these really bad things to make them feel bad about who they were. And they finally broke out of that like deep dark hole that they were in based off of, their family's feelings and them wanting to make their families proud. Like, you know what I mean? So it was very beautiful to hear, also, emotional to hear these stories, but it's something that these two who weren't feeling them, it was a little something at the beginning of the episode. This was a relatable moment. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's very touching. Like, okay, like, I see you. I may not have known before because we may have not had a moment to talk, but I see you right here this moment. I thought that was very beautiful. I was very happy they shared their stories. Yeah. See, the thing is, when my parents were together, that would have never happened. I would have never been kicked out because my mom wouldn't have played that shit. But because my dad had already moved on to his next thing, and it was like this whole other situation, that's when he was feeling his oats era. So that was different. Yeah. But had my parents still been together, that would have never happened. Never. To be honest, my mom knew before I went to college and she just kept it. So it was never discussed between my dad. But like, I don't know. My mom just, even when the whole situation broke out and happened, she was like, she was like that, like, well, he knows. He found out. Maddie, who went through the phone, wow, son, how did you just leave it there? You know your dad, nosy, messy. Me and my dad are good now, by the way, but My dad has become a lot better than he used to be. Like my dad used to be straight up homophobic, so he's not like that anymore. Thank you, Jesus. We've worked on that. But yeah, to anybody out there feeling something or who found this to be relatable, I send my love to you. I know, trust, I know. Okay, trust, I know. Now, let's go ahead and get to the runway. Runway. Let's get to the runway. Please clap, clap. Judges first. Verse, purse. Walk into the room, verse, purse. Let's not do that. That's stupid. First, oh, go, Matt. Let it go. Ugh, I'm trying to be funny. Am I? I am funny. I am funny. I just wanted to see something real quick. Guest judge is Christian Allaire for Vogue magazine. So we have somebody in fashion. In fashion here, darling. Tracy does look good. I also think that Tracy gives me, I'm about to be at the club tonight versus the judges panel, but I do like it. Brad Goreski also has on, you know, a good little tuxedo moment. It's cute. Brooklyn, it looks great. I like this blue. I like the blue on Brooklyn. Yeah, mama is giving. I like the look. I kind of like it. I mean, I could have done without the, you know, the furry neck. I could have done without that, you know, the disappearing neck in there, but I still, I don't know, I kind of liked it. I would have put that fur on the wrist if that was me. Maybe that's a little too Batman Forever, Drew Barrymore tease, but like, I think I would have put that blue on the wrist, but I think the blue looks really good on her. I love the wig. That's it. Very much that. Very, yes. Tracy does give hip auntie. She do give hip auntie. But yeah, everybody was dressed to impress. I was here for it. Oh yeah, I had to include these. These are from this Instagram photo, bitch. Look, get into the leg, honey. Whoop, ow. The angles, okay? It is cut. Gabby, how you doing, baby? Matt, I miss fine asked Dolly the other day. Hey boo, hey boo. I love it. I love it. Yes, Dolly from Dragula and Coco Kane had came through. Coco was coming through originally, and then she surprised us with having Dolly along the way, who was like, I'm totally not going to speak, and totally spoke and had great commentary. And like a really good point of view. I appreciate it. I was like, oh, thanks, Dolly. I like this point of view. It was a good balance between us and our crass opinions. But, you know, I elicited several laughs. I did my job. Category is out of the closet. We need Gabby back on the panel. Listen, remember, oh my goodness, I don't know. Am I allowed to bring a woman back on there? Remember that one comment? I don't know, Gabby. Blake's not going to be here for the Sunday's panel. So if you're a free Sunday, you would be more than welcome to pop on. More than welcome. It'll be just Julie, myself, Jamar, and Z Digger is on the radar. That's on the list. Category is out of the closet. 242 in the room. Thanks for being here. Let's go ahead and get to this runway. Disclaimer, this program's for entertainment purposes only, and content is not intended to blind any religion, race, company, individual, gender, or wigs. All opinions expressed by Matty-Rants program participants. Also, their personal views and don't affect the views of everything on the planet. No hate should be sent to any of the shows or individuals mentioned in this program, so please don't be rude. And grab a libations and strap in, because Matty's a talker and he may be here for a while. If you feel uncomfortable reviewing this program, consume some material and have yourself a good poot. A good poot. A grassy poot. A cow gnawing on some grass poot. Okay? Material. All right. First up is Kitten Caboodle. What am I doing here? This is time for the polls. It's time for the polls. It's time for the polls. So you already know I'm going to give you basically three options here when it comes to the polling system. And these polls are not meant to be malicious or to take away from anybody's design or say that they're trash or whatever. This is just you getting your own personal opinion, and it's in the archives for the channel forever. So vote wisely. Me. Okay. So your options are giving, because we've had Puss Puss before, and Puss Puss will always be forever with this channel. But I feel like this year and going into season 16, I like giving, because giving can mean anything, but giving to me means everything. That's giving, kids. Just fine on a Mary J. Blige level. Never to say that it's not good, but it's not bad. It's just fine. I like it. There's some improvements we could make. And Chop, well, Melinda Virga. So there you go. I've thrown my poll at you. Please vote. Is it giving? Is it just fine? Is it a job? There you go. Get your polls on. Get your polls on. Listen, I'm gonna give Kitten this. She made this out of a jacket, and I was surprised. And I was like, oh, Brad had hot couture though, and that's why I was going, well, look, maybe I don't know shit, so we'll just leave it at that here. But I would like to say, for what it's worth, this is very well done. It's kind of cool. It's very interesting. We have these sleeves moment here that are still attached to the dress. That also has its own straps going on here. Like, I see the butterflies, I see the skirt, all of that with like, oh, it's to me, I liked it, but this wasn't giving. I think this is good though. It's fine. I was like, this is just fine. I was like, this is fine. I still like the work that went into it, which is why I was like, I'm kind of glad that they talked to her. But, you know, they mentioned it needed a shape. And I said, okay, well, if it needed a shape, why isn't Luna Dubois up here so we could have her in the top? Matthew, focus. I think it's still a cool outfit. I wish it was just a little bit pulled in for her to give a better shape, because right now it's giving, you know, defensive end up in this piece, but I still think it's great. The shoes are everything. The heels are those girls. Ooh, the heels look nice. But to me, I thought it was nicely constructed. Just fine to me, but it was just fine. I just thought it was nice. Yeah, something about the headpiece with the wig was a little, it kind of, I don't know, something about that disjointed it for me. But I know the concept that she was going for. I was like, okay, I see the vision. The vision is clear. I was like, I see exactly what she's going for. Oh, don't break the system, Matt. Thank you for tuning in. 250 of you in this piece. Love you down. Shall we close this out? Oh, no, when I get to Luna, I'm going to be doing nothing but praising her. But I was gagged. She was safe. Gagged. That was very, very well tailored. Very well done. Crisp. I was like, ooh, I could see someone wearing that now. I was gagged. I think we could wrap it once we get to around the 100 marker here. Should I wait another minute or so? Did you need another moment to possibly say what you want to say, do what you want to do? What y'all looking for here? I think that's enough. I think we got it here. I think we're right on the money. Just fine. 64% just fine, 20% given, 4% chop. So the minority in the chops, the minority are in the chops here, Kitten, but we're calling it just fine. But you got some giving. So I like it. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Venus is next. Me being in silence while I'm typing this out is not I'm not trying to start it up that way because I wasn't mad at this, but I was going, girl, now what was the category and what are we voting this and basing this on? She may have been very lucky here, in my opinion. Cause I was like, sister, I you were going in the right direction. I would have also had said, I don't hate it. No, I don't hate this at all. Like this looked a lot better than some. No, I'm sorry. This did look better than Melinda's. I think presentation was key in this one, and styling is what saved her. I don't think this is fully the category, so we wouldn't be able to honestly like give it that much of a go. But I will say, styling wise, yeah, yeah, yeah. I was kind of into it. But I feel like this is more for her to perform at some show or like it gives me she's about to do something with this performance wise versus I don't know walk a red carpet or a runway. I don't know. Yeah, I'm sorry. To me, I'm gonna give it the just fine category because I didn't hate it, but I was like this is not this is nowhere near the winner. This is nowhere near that. It to me it was better than Melinda's for just starting at the makeup. You want to do that? Like, let's start with the face. Like, if we're gonna do this today, let's start with the face. That already stomped the other one. That already like whooped her ass. Okay, so yeah, I wouldn't say this is upcycled either. Uh, would you? Maybe that'd be a question later, possibly. A big girl would have been red for this. I don't think a big girl would have wore this, but I'm also not going to speak for big people because that's not right. I was fine with it. Hot couture. They're lucky too. They're lucky. I gotta be real. Yeah, she's lucky. Actually, you know what? I might have to chop this. Nope, 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 no. It is better than Melinda's. The wig is better. The makeup is better. Those two things are already the beginning of the end for one of them. So yeah, I would damn near say yes, yes. I wouldn't wear this. My thighs would be just clapping. Do you hear my thick thighs the whole way? Oh, let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up. We're not in the giving mood for this one, unfortunately. It is 53% just fine. It is 37% chop, and it is 8% giving. The majorities are giving it a just fine, but them chops are close. Okay. Just review the garment. It's a chop. Both of them. Both are chops. Styling wise, from head to toe, it's just fine. The garment itself, burn in hell. If she didn't have good makeup or a good wig or a necklace that actually matched, if she didn't put all those safety pins in her hair included, oh no. Oh no, it wouldn't have been good for her. I would have been laughing. But like, no. Like the styling wise, wig, makeup, all that together, it's fine. But it is not the category. So it's just fine. It's just fine. Chop for the look though. Moving forward here. See how I was able to Libra that? You're welcome. I agree with everyone. I agree with everyone. Oh, I love you, Amy, but oh, this was not my favorite look you've worn on this season of Canada's Drag Race. This was possibly something I'd never want to see again. So, Amy, please don't ever wear a towel like this. Did I just do Mary? What is wrong with me? I don't know. I'm not on television. That is a shame. Can you imagine me on somebody's like reality TV show just breaking out into song of random words for nothing? All right. So let's talk about it. Fozzie, thank you for the super chat. We're so gonna get there. The editors were shady for what they did to Melinda too. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll totally get there. I'll be fine for the singing challenge. Just fine. But Avi Yonsei Chanel came out of the bathtub for Daddy, and you know, she was selling it. She's got some she's got pieces of the jacket, the fabric that Kiki told her to use, okay? That Kiki told her to use, okay? All right. She then turned it into what looks like drops of water or misshapen watermelons that are on her outfit, because the fabric, the way that they're shit, does this not look like some weird cantaloupe or some shit? I'm over here. I'm so confused. And then it's the towels were already, you know, the ones that you would get at Walmart, you know, the cheaper ones, the ones you keep out for guests that you don't want to stay at your home for too long. So they think that you don't have the good shit. But when you have people that you want at your house, you bring out the thread count, because that's about that life. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You put out those same towels used for the car washing. They're like, why is it so dry? Girl, don't be in my house. Get out of here. Get out of here. Gabby Little, I think it was super chat. Parappa the Rapper stage one karate chop. Burn in hell for that one. But thank you so much for the super chat, Gabby with an eye. That's funny. Y'all said Dollar General towels. I don't know that life. So I lived that many moons ago in my 20s. I know about the Dollar Generals, but the last time I was in a Dollar General, I watched them get robbed, like literally the rest of us while we were waiting in a checkout, a whole robbery. Girl, that was the last time I went to a Dollar General. Bitch, I wouldn't even try to make a move, because if they had turned around and said, now y'all empty whatever, I would be, I sat there. We all sat there still. They came in there, wrapped it up, and bounced out. We all stayed there waiting for the police and gave our report and called it a day. I was like, I'm not about to go through this. No, thank you. No, thank you. I prefer the Dollar Tree anyways versus the Dollar General. No shade to Dollar Tree, a little bit. To Dollar Tree. Yeah, I prefer Dollar Tree. I don't know. Maybe the green just feels better. I don't know. Adam, thank you for the super chat. The Loofahs are giving that My Little Pony at the bathroom, bottom of the toy box. Concept wise, I know what she wanted to do. If I were to be honest, like looking at the outfit, if this was different fabric, this may have been a completely different journey. Family Dollar is where it's at, Maddie, but nothing in there is $1 though. Nothing. Okay, hold on now. This is not the conversation with Amy up here on our screens. We're having conversations about cheap stores. I'm mad at us, but let's talk about it real quick. First of all, Dollar General just looks like an old office building area that they turned into a shopping little station, and it smells like mothballs and rat droppings. That's my experiences with Dollar General. Going to Dollar Tree, that smells like old carpet and bad lighting. Regret even in there. There's a lot of regret in that store. You regret going in there until you find that toilet paper you were looking for. And it's like, 4 rolls, but they're the tiniest of rolls. You have to remind yourself, you think you're getting a deal. You're not. You're not. You might as well go to Kroger and just get a Kroger's card and just have that swipe, baby, and get you a little 50% off or 50 cents off or whatever. You going into buying, I got some Tide rolls over here. Sweetie, that is the basic roll. You have like 90 strips, if that. Like, You want a plastic cup? No, styrofoam. Everything in the dollar stores are meant to harm the earth. Do you hear me? Don't get me started on going to the toiletry section with the soap and all that mess. Girl, is that soap? I feel like I'm using like old candles that got pulled together and someone threw in a little deodorizer and was like, so terrible. Now, Just a Dollar store, the Just a Dollar, y'all know the one I'm talking about? The blue and pink, with the grocery store in the back. That's the one. They have Dove. They have name brand shit at that one. The Just a Dollar store. Oh yeah, that's the one. And mind you, Family Dollar ain't nothing in there, goddamn dollar. Ain't nothing in there, goddamn dollar. Okay. Five Below can be cool sometimes, but I don't know. Some of that stuff doesn't last a while. I still got a yoga mat from them. Oh my goodness, here. Where is it at? Right, the 99-cent store. Thank you. That's what I meant to call it. I say just a dollar. But yeah, the 99-cent store. That's what I'm talking about. That's the one. That's my favorite. I'm like, oh my God, you actually have produce here? What? Get your shit together. Mm-hmm. Amy, I love you. I do not love this. I really don't love this at all. This is a chop for me, and I can't even. I cannot even pretend this is a chop. I think that the wig was great though, and there were moments with your face looked good too. I just when my baby said, "Oh, I'm going to take the sandals and I'm just going to crisscross these hoes," and that's a bow, girl. Why not take a loofah and put it on top of the crisscross to make it like a flower? You also low key could have cut up them flip flops and then made them look a little bit more like extra and extravagant, like make it like a crazy headpiece, and then take the loofah and put it on top, and then really went there if you really wanted to do this today. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the lip either. I did like the eye makeup though, and the base paint was good. Was where I was more focused at with the beat, but like, yeah, I like me some Amy, but I was like, oh no, ooh, I was like, oh no. Oh, whoa, whoa. Hold on. Sister came out, thought she was given. All right, 86% of y'all chopped Amy's look, 10% said just fine, and 3% said giving out of 125 votes. Still, once again, make sure you do not send hate to anybody that we talk about today. That is not what we're doing. We're just giving our opinions. We're giving our opinions. Up next, Weekend at Bernie's. All right, let's get into this Vivienne Westwood inspired look that they had pulled together. Inspired. Inspiration. Inspo. Okay, can we be real? She got mad and said how it's very hard for me to do this with this jacket and da 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 da. Okay, hear me out on this, Melinda. Because they're going to show a side by side that kind of ate your opinion up a tad bit. Because you shortened it, you removed the sleeves and then sewed them back on, but gave them the cutout moment, and then you took the leather pieces that were already there and you just made it underneath. What are we talking about? Why would you call her Edna Mode? Edna Mode has taste. My goodness gracious, this wig. Woo, sister. Woo. When she was posting. Listen, baby. She said, I am eating this up. I am serving them something new. I am showing the judges that I know how to pose. And I said, look at her. Look at her. Just look at her. That's all you're gonna do. Look. Girl, this was so funny to me. Baby, when she was up here and she got all the way in the with gratitude. With gratitude. Oh, ah, oh. She paints like she's on the cast of Drag Race Holland, bitch. I should say Italian. Nope, can't do that this season. Well, all right. Nonchalant when it's not cinched enough. I mean, that's the start of the issue for me. For me, I think this could have actually gone somewhere. And I know she wanted that to be the case, but like, I don't. It was kind of okay. I was like, okay, so it's the coat. That was me when I watched it. I was like, oh, so it's the coat. It's just the coat is shorter. And then you had these cheap glasses on, no shade. You took them off. We got spooked a little bit, it was a little Dead by Daylight, very that. I'm assuming you're the blight in this situation. Maybe the nurse. But like every time you come out here, it's casket sharp for me. And I just be like, oh, I can't do this with her. So I don't hate her. I like her a lot. I know it sounds completely different. And fuck my opinion. I know, Melinda. Fuck my opinion. You got the degree. Hey. I didn't care for this. I didn't care for this. I just didn't. I was like, well, okay. I was like, all right. I want to know why they never talked to her about the white face that she paints on. Like, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. The entire bag of flour that exploded in front of her, the pack of cocaine that exploded when she was trying to, smuggle that on the plane. Pressure popped the bag. It was air in it. I don't know. I'm asking that. Like, y'all are talking about the look. Are we talking about like the cocaine on the face? Like, that's what I want to know. Couldn't get it. The 2010 Lady Gaga glasses on clearance, though. Looks like ma. It was that era of Gaga. Ma. The first nose, that one. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm kidding. Bijou, I wish I could post that if they were scared to talk to her about her makeup. Like, you saw what happened when they like critiqued her on the look. This is, mind you, after just saying I went to school for this the whole little bit, and then comes back there and she's like, I've been doing this every week. And I'm like, girl, you were in the top at like literally last week. What are you talking about? Anywho, she got my nerves. Now, who got the assignment? Hold on, Kiki. I have to get this baby her scores before we get into it today. The delusion. Listen. 69% chopped that sucker, 25% said just fine, and 4% gave it. More of y'all were in line for the just fines and the givings, but Chop is the winner for the Melinda Verger category for today. That's all. I just wish she could sell the garments for me too, because she don't sell them for me. And that's another thing I about me with looks. That's why I gave Venus more energy and said it was more just fine than this, because Venus sold the look to me. Now, was it the category? No, but I saw her walk and I was like, oh, she's kind of big. She gives. This, Like I kept hearing that sound effect that you hear on SpongeBob when Mrs. Puff is walking. Like, girl, Kiki Co. Kiki Co. Kiki, bitch. I don't even want to give them an option to chop this because that would just be delusion and then some. But we're going to give everybody the categories because, listen, that's how this goes. Is Kiki giving? Is it just fine? Is it a chop? I'm just going to tell you this right now, right here on this Good Sunday. One of my favorite looks from Canada's Drag Race that has hit the stage. And it's so funny because Kiki has already had looks that are in like the top 10 of best looks that have ever hit Canada's Drag Race stage. Now you're literally in the competition. They said haute couture. She said, oh, okay. Had critiques with Brad. She was like, I'm going to keep it simple. Brad said, remember, it's haute couture. So if you're going to do simple, make sure it's perfection. She said, okay. Didn't have to sit down. Who chops? I would, I got there are folks that watch that don't like me. Armando, come on now. That's their way of telling us. Listen. Oh, and the way the presentation was like, ooh. Right. Dame, this is great right here. This isn't even a look from home. She made this there with Brad's old clothes. Let's get to another shot with Brad's old clothes here. But before we even look at more photos of this, please look at this for y'all. Like, it was Brad and Brooklyn for me. Their mouths dropped like, oh, the Brad's has a smirk on his, which is someone finally did the category. That's what that was. It was someone finally did the category I was asking of them to do. Fabulous. And it's Brooklyn being like, oh God, they listened. Someone finally is, it was Brooklyn. Like, Brooklyn was legit. Like, y'all could see the tears well up. Like, oh, like, yes, come out here and give us excellent. This is also a giving moment too. I'm gonna let y'all know, if you ever see a queen, a punk, or whatever you all want to call it, if you ever see this hand come up here on this shoulder, even for my ladies out there, for everybody really, if this hand ever come up here or it get right here, you have done something right. you like, I'm talking about, that is a that's a you are doing that. Oh, what is that? I love it. Listen, you suspicious, you can go look at some of my videos. This hand has came, excuse me. I think there's a whole, someone had a picture that went viral real quick of me doing this in my hand. Like, what is that? What is that? Because you want to touch yourself, like you want to get your own shoulder. Are you okay? Brooklyn was proud. She said, now that's what I wanted. This is what I want to see. That's what that was. This is what I want to see. The hair was everything. The hair was everything. The right amount of jewelries. The jewelries. Kiki, you got me out here discombobulated, baby. The right amount of jewelry. The earrings are big enough. There's no need for anything on the neck because you already have this beautiful front piece that she constructed, y'all, with the fabric that she had left over. This is 3 shirts, mind you. This is 3 shirts that she turned this whole dress into. Please look at how seamless this looks. Are you kidding me? Makeup was right. Shape is there. The detailing in the, oh yes, I have, oh you better believe I'm gonna bring this up. Oh, you better believe it, because that's what got me the most. Have I not said in many reviews with many different skirts going, if they just put something on the bottom, if they just put something at the bottom, if they just trimmed it, if they just put something on the trim where the hem is supposed to be so it doesn't look like just some fabric draping off. And you do know that can end up helping the outfit look cleaner because it's more consistent and concise. And it wasn't gaudy. It wasn't like it went all the way up the dress and down. No, 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 no. That did not happen. Okay. It started at the bottom of the dress, about what, like a foot up the dress, a little bit there. Big stone, big stone, big stone, and then fully did the whole border of the whole lining of the bottom to then have the back that, oh, give me a break. Like how good this is. Stoned it all the way up the back. It even did a little trail. Look at this shit. Like, do you see this? Right here, this little small little trail, this little detailing right here. And then look at the front, how it also has this, come on, come on, come on, come on. It's so good. Yes, in the words of Blake Keisha, right here, I'm gonna get you a wild card. Drag queens having drag queen skills. The stones at the hem match the rest of the jewels. Exactly. And mind you, don't forget the stones on the shoulder pieces. Do not forget, please don't. Not overly done, not too gaudy. Everything looked perfect. Simply perfection for me. I would wear this dress. I would wear this dress. I would wear the fuck out this dress. It was great. Bravo. Shout out to the chops, because I know you either did that just for the conversation and the cackle, or you know, you got some things going on. Like, look at this perfectly put together. Everything just looks so fucking good. It looks great. It's so good. I love it. I love it. That was the assignment. That's the category for me. 94%, I'll round it up. 95% giving, 3% just fine, 2% chop. I won't accept the fines or the chops. I'm only accepting giving for this one because, baby, this was it. This is it. This is it. Everything. Oh, yeah, I know Kiki gonna be booked. Y'all, the heel was great too, Bob, but she looked expensive. Everything. Who's next on this? Glamazonian Airways, near enough. Let's go ahead and get on over here. Okay. Welcome aboard Amazonian Airways. You cannot tell me. You cannot. You cannot. You cannot tell me. Welcome aboard Glamazonian Airways. Oh my goodness gracious. I can't. Okay, so positives about it. I love a good purple and pink combination, so that's one of my favorite. Sorry, my friend was trolling me, so I had to troll him back real quick because he brought up Nikki. So I was like, let me just say a whole bunch of shit to piss him off real quick. Okay, so you remember that bathing suit that she had put on, and she was like, oh my god, I'm being his like entrance look, right? Okay, so that is incorporated into this look. I like the color combination. I see where she was trying to go with this. I thought the walk was great. I thought the walk was nasty. Mama can walk her ass down. Her and Melinda traded wigs. Actually, let's not do that. Let me see. They might have. Well, they may have went to the same store, or they just had the same little, Secretary Bob ready to go. The Edna modes for y'all up in the live chat here. Not my favorite. To be honest, I'm giving it a just fine because I did like how Mama was walking down in this outfit. She was walking down. I was like, all right, bitch, you better fucking walk, sis. Walk, bitch. So I thought she served, but like when she turned around, that's where my chop came in. That's where my chop came in. Because I could see that bathing suit underneath here, and I thought how she did this trim in the front. I was like, why didn't she just pull it in for the back? But I just was like, well, there's really no skirt. You ran out of material is the assumption I'm having here. Yeah, there's just no skirt. So you walked down. You and Venus were walking the hell out of your, outfits, your tacky ass outfits. But like there is almost more boot than outfit. I still like the color combination. I think it looks interesting from afar. Like this shot is great. This shot is great. I'm in the middle of a review online. I have to call you back. Bye. Is my phone not on Do Not Disturb? It is. How did your call come through? Yeah. But listen. That used to be a suit. She had no fabric for this. I don't know. Well, maybe that's just her aesthetic. She wants to be a little, a little slutty-dutty. Mm-hmm. It is okay from afar. So I'm going to keep my just fine. It is a chop from the back. That is ridiculous, in my opinion. So I will find this. I'm going to chop it from the back, though. It's not for me. Let's go ahead and wrap up that poll. Let's keep it pushing here. I want to keep it within the 2-hour time frame today because sometimes I just spill, and we also need to untucked. Well, she wasn't as close as she probably wanted to be, but near enough to just fine, but much more closer to chopped. So we're going to 60% chopped, near a 34% just fine, 4% giving. It is what it is. Let's continue. Thanks for tuning in. Hit the like button if you're lovely, awesome, amazing, and a friend to the end. Heidi ho, ha ha ha. If you're hideous, mean, nasty, and all the wrong things in the world, hit the dislike button. But engage with this. Engage. Thanks for being here today. Hit the like button, get in the comment section, drop a tip in my jar if you feel like it. Up next, Luna Dubois. I thought Luna was going to be in the top this week. Being very honest with you. I thought Luna was going to be in the top. I'm just telling you, this is giving for me. Yeah. When they said safe, I was like, what? I was like, huh? Huh? Did she need to wear a corset? What's happening? Like, what's going on? Like, what is the detail that you said this was safe? Because you can watch the outfit back. She tailored the fuck out them pants. 1, 2, there's white lining in the pants. Luna, I was looking, sister. I was like, oh, you have put some details in here. Also, something about the arms with the color scheme, the yellow mustard with the fuchsia and this green really worked together for me. And I love the hair with the glasses. I don't know about haute couture, but I think this was fashionable. Maybe that's why it was safe. I thought this was wearable. I thought somebody could wear this now. I liked it. I was like, I could see a couple of people wearing this kind of look. Ketchup, mustard, relish. I don't ever put relish on my hot dog. Ooh, a hot dog do sound good. What do I have in my freezer? Because ooh, but a hot dog. Ooh. Now y'all got me hungry. I read the chat. I just personally prefer this over kittens, but like I wouldn't say haute couture, ready to wear for sure. But I liked it. I did. I also wanted y'all to peep her face because they only showed like a full face for her when they were getting critiqued and when they were in Untucked. And sometimes when they're doing the runway, I want to know why they don't give everybody that same sort of cue to like, stop here, don't move, look at the camera, turn, about face, march. Because sometimes everybody gets into it and they just be pumping it. Or maybe it's the edit they wanted to show. I don't know. There were a couple of times I kept trying to see her face. And I was like, you keep giving her wide shots. So it was tough to get the full outfit the way I wanted to, right? I still got the concept and I liked it. This beat is right. I think the mug is wuggy. I like the mug. I do. I do. I like the mug. The mug is giving. Exactly. It matched the sleeves. Look, see? That was one of my favorite parts about it. I was like, oh, that is a nice detail. Like, mind you, it's a little, hold on, it's purple up here, rolling into this color. But if you catch it, under the eye is green. On this side, it's purple, but the green is the high. I was like, oh, it's fabulous. I liked it. I was here for it. Hold on, before we get to Aurora matronly Matrix here. Aurora, you know I love you, sister, but I was like, what is this skirt going through? We're going to go ahead and wrap this up for the loons. The loons? Luna, don't make that a name for your fans. Please don't. Luna Dubois, 62% giving, 33% just fine, 4% chop, 103 votes. Thank you for voting. Thank you for participating. Let me go ahead and get up the next poll already before Aurora gets on our screens again. Aurora Matrix. Aurora Matrix. Is it giving? Is it just fine? Is it a chop? What's it gonna be? I can't defend. Oh, when I tell you, if you only had a steamer, your skirt would have looked just so much better. Oh my God. I need some wrinkle release. My God. The skirt can go to hell. I'm going to tell you that right now, Loon. Oh, let's see. Excuse me, Aurora. My bad, baby. I'm going to tell you that right now, Aurora. What am I doing? Roar. Bye, Leviathan. Take care, babe. I am chopping the skirt. I fucking hate it. I'm just going to be real. Hate it. Waist up, serve. I hate the skirt. I'm just going to be honest. I hated the skirt. I hate it. I don't like it. I don't like it. This? Oh, pee. That mug is wugging, okay? The blue and the yellow eyes, yes, God. The wig is on top, baby, because you're the one that it's there. I like the top shirt. I like the little gold embellishment there, all that kind of stuff. I'm here for it. That skirt. You would have thought this was Little House on the Prairie and they had used their diversity hire and got Aurora Matrix on there. Had Kyle Richards not knowing how to act. Listen, wasn't she on that show? I think I'm right with that reference. Continue. Yeah, Up is fine. That skirt, look like she got a whole bunch of kids and they're just terrible. Badass children. Always getting in trouble. That's her I'm walking through the woods walk, okay? That's a Sealy skirt. Speaking of which, make sure you go see The Color Purple in theaters. It's a musical. be prepared. So for those of you, I'm so excited to go see it. And y'all know I don't do musicals. Y'all know I don't do musicals. I'm very so hyped to go see the Color Purple musical in theaters. So hyped. Fantasia's getting all my money. Okay, Danielle's getting all my money. Coleman Domingo, they're all getting my money. They're getting my money. They're gonna get my money. I'm so excited for that movie. Hold on, before we get to the little Edie, let me go ahead and wrap this up for Aurora here. Hold on, I want 100 votes in this bitch. We got 99 so far. Let me see that hundo. There she go. We're gonna 52% just fine it. It's 37% oh, and 9% giving. I wouldn't chop it. I think it's still pretty. I just thought the skirt could, burn in hell, but everything else about it, I like it, and her makeup is it. Let's talk about a little bit of denim. Let's talk about denim. Okay. I think denim is super talented. I love their crochet work. This was fine for me. I more so appreciated their craftsmanship with the outfit than the category specifically with hot couture. Like I was they're like always referencing this, and I was like, okay. I saw Grey Gardens, and we're living in a dilapidated house that we're not moving out of, child, and we talk about our mother in the third person. What? I was over here. I was like, okay. I liked how she sold said look, garment, and presentation, and I was very impressed with her craftsmanship. I was like, oh, that's cool. And they did the patchwork and they incorporated all in that, and I was like, that's cool. I like that. But like, the outfit didn't scream enough for me, and I wanted it to be louder. I wanted to be just a bit louder. But I liked it. I did. I like this. I think it's cool. I just wasn't like, oh, hot couture. It didn't blow me in that direction. I was just more so impressed with their craftsmanship. Yeah, JJ Gerber, they're definitely in their own lane, something we've talked about on the show many times before, and we appreciate them being in their own lane. However, in your lane you will be, because this is just okay for me. I was like, I wanted to just pop a little bit more, maybe if it was even longer or something like that. But I still think it's very cool what they did with this look, and they were able to take things that Brad had and like interweave, no pun intended for the crocheting here, but like intertwine it all together. So I thought that was cool. I think it's cool. I wasn't like, yeah. I was just like, oh, that is really sweet and pretty. It's really nice. And they look warm too. I would, I would probably like something like that if I was sitting in the house. Very much that. I'm ready to get to Untucked. I'm not going to lie. Let's get 100 votes in this before we move forward. I definitely wouldn't chop the look. It's a good look. Yeah, it's good. I'm not gonna chop it. I just prefer the craftsmanship and seeing like them putting that sort of spit on it more so than the category making a difference in why I'm like, ooh, I like this. It's more so I like the work they put in. That's amazing. I wish I knew how to crochet. It's really cool. It's very cool. She has that makeup that reminds me of the early Barbies with the pencil thin eyebrow and that white with the blue eyeshadow makeup. That's what it kind of reminded me of a little bit when I saw the top part of the eye. It was that old Barbie, the original Barbie. Or was that the original? But yeah, denim's cool. Come on, 5 more votes and we move on. 5 more votes when we move on. 5 more votes when we move on. And we move on. And we move on. 5 more votes and we move on. And we move on. 96. Now we need 4. Now we need 4. Now we need 3. What? Now we need 3. I said 3. I said 3. Now we need 2. What? Someone took back a vote. Now it's back to 2. What? Now we need 1. Now we need. Okay, we're done. All right, wrapping this up. Wrapping it up. Just fine. Ooh. Because I like what I see when you're looking at me when you're walking close to me. 59% fine, 33% giving, 6% chop. JJ Gerber, I want to know how long this took them to make because that needle takes time. So what I saw, JJ, was that the blue part was already done. Like, because when they were looking at it, it was like, oh, I was thinking about doing something with this. You then see that some of it separated. So you saw how a piece of it, uh, you know, went towards the look in the sleeve little part of it. I think they actually just did the patchwork for one set, and then the other was a top that they just blended together. And then it looks like they sewed this top headpiece here too, is what it looks like. So some of it was already done, and then they just added some elements to it and put together is what I see from it here. But I definitely can tell they focused their time on what they wanted the look to look like specifically. Are those button nipples? I think they are. Hmm. Here we go. Did I miss any? Okay, double checking, make sure we didn't miss any super chats because here we go. Disclaimer, you read it. Tops and bottoms, Kitten Caboodle, Kiki Co, and Denim are in the top. The bottoms are Amy Yonce Chanel, Melinda Verga, and Near Enough. I said, okay. Kiki Co is the winner of this week's challenge. Deserved. Now, I'm not even trying to be nasty to the other folks. No. It was Kiki's. But I noticed through a lot of the commentary that was happening, everybody was getting emotional. And I think there's a lot of work that went into these outfits, right? Again, this is why I mean no ill will towards y'all. I know y'all worked on this like for a while. Shit don't look cute. But like Amy got emotional when they were talking about the outfit. And I felt so bad for Amy. And then when we got to Melinda, girl, Melinda started this is how it started. I need you to understand what is about to happen in the spiral that just took place. We started at a funny little pun moment, Brooklyn introducing her. That's right. That's me. Yeah. Thought she was in the top, honey. She knew she was peeing on that stage. Ate it the fuck up. Can't tell that bitch nothing. As critiques continue to be given and commentary, the fact they had to have a blip of energy and time to talk about this shoe, and I'm sitting here, look at her. It's a hip, call center worker's heel. Like, go off, girl. Y'all going to a holiday party for the company. They only do this every other year because the budget. Then it came down to the critique of what did you do with the jacket specifically, because it doesn't look like there was a lot that had happened here. And then they had to put the side by side. Gary, you better get the fuck out of my chat with this bullshit, sister. You have sat here and dragged girls for less. Gary. Hey, friend, love you, friend. Talk about walk a mile in her shoe. Bitch, you have dragged holes for less. I know you won't. Take that to the stage. I love you, friend, but no, you will not. We can be happy for the delusion. We can enjoy the fuckery of it all, but we gonna call this casket sharp makeup what it is. The lady is painted for the deep, and I'm not talking about the ocean. I'm not talking about it. These looks have been questionable since day one. Ooh, no. Last card in hand, motherfucker. I love you too, Gary. But like shit, we are not. Walking Dead is over. The spinoff franchises are still on there. We're not doing this today. Now, there is something different. Oh, she did. Listen, no, she took the jacket and she hemmed it up to make it a little bit more feminine. She took the sleeves off and then cut them up a bit so they can give something different. Use the leather for it. There was a change that happened. Now, was it an extreme elevation? No. Could she have done more with the outfit? Yeah. And put some things on it? Sure. The glasses also could. Why? Why? The glasses. I think that may be the most offensive thing on the outfit versus the actual outfit itself, as she came out with them glasses like she was doing something. Who are those glasses for? Those glasses belong on season 3 of RuPaul's Drag Race. Bitch, season 2. I think Sonique was wearing those glasses for a challenge and had some for Lady Gaga. Matter of fact. I've been presenting looks ready for runways week after week. No, you have not. No, you have not. You said your best drag is a simple gold dress. Got it. You then came out in hospital stirrups. Excuse me, in hospital motherfucking a hospital gown with a corset on and some Latrice Royale, I'm about to fuck it up boots. What are you talking about? No, them ankle little dance boots that you wore for the last runway and had a whole visor over your face. The best you gave. Let's not do this. Let's not do this today. I know it sucks though hearing really fuck ass commentary because it's like, I get it. Like, I'm putting in all this work. I'm doing everything I can. And this is what they're seeing of me. And it's really sucking because everybody else is doing so good. That shit's got to hurt. You also were standing right next to Kiki. And then we're getting these kind of comments. It was, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I know this was a lot for her to take in because Melinda got her critiques first. Then Kiki is next to her. This is stunning. We got so emotional when it walked out. Oh my God, everything. I know Melinda was receiving those words and pushing them into, I'm not good. I'm not great. I'm not good. I'm not great. Every positive critique everybody else was getting. I bet that shit was eating you up, sister, because that's what I saw when we get to Untucked. It got real ridiculous for you. Are there girls that were in the back that possibly could have had the same kind of critiques? Yes. Did Melinda need to be in the bottom this week? In my opinion, yes. Should they have also had said other things, including something like the makeup? Yeah. This was the fate. Listen, we started here. We ended here. Whatever wind was in those sails, dead in the water is she. Don't drink none of it. My goodness. Listen, like I said, Kiki Cope was the winner of this week's challenge. Congratulations. They won a $5,000 prize provided by a company I can't remember. And they were given the power of the Golden Beaver to choose between the 3 people who were in the bottom, which is Melinda, Ghostface, Virga, Nira, Nuff getting on my nerves, and Amy Yonce Chanel. Untucked was madness. Can we talk about how this is a smart move to make right now with them putting an alliance together? Now, Aurora and Venus both have wins, so Luna isn't an idiot for being like, girls, we're close, so should we be in a group together? And it's like, yeah, let's go ahead and do that's a smart move to make. Gary, you're going to stop lying in this chat today. You're going to stop lying. There's many differences. don't pull me out by getting Gary. You want that lady to live, you better stop playing with me in this chat. Talk about she's the JK of Drag Race. You are going to stop hurting yourself with this back ass commentary. That's what you're gonna do. Listen. Because even JK had a really good look. That hasn't happened yet. Ding. So listen, good alliance work. I'm glad to see it. This is reality TV. I want the fuckery. When we get in the back, near enough is this is Nira. Well, the judges said this about my luck. And, honestly, if I'm looking at this right now, I totally get it. But like, I put a lot of work into this and I think I'm fine compared to the other two. So Nira is thinking, oh, okay. So because her outfit doesn't look as bad as the other two people, and based off of her own critiques that she was receiving, Thick Lemon should not be in the bottom this week. Okay. I wasn't mad at her beginning statement. I'm going to get there when I get there. Oh no, Gildato, you need to listen to her. No, they damn near sound the same. While people focusing on Denim, I'm like, Nira sound fucking the same. Just one pitch lower. One lower. Do you please tell me that you know exactly what this reminds me of from Drag Race Philippines? Please tell me y'all know exactly where this took me to on this page in Good Level today. Please tell me that you did. Please tell me you know exactly who I was like, well, look at this bitch popping back up on my goddamn screen again, giving me all kinds of woe is woe and I'm over it and da 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 da. Are you for real? Girlfriend experience literally sobbed her ass out. That's such a weird thing to say like that. But like sobbed. I want to be here. I'm trying to show myself. Andrea, yes. Homogenic, yes. The same fucking person. The same person with this bullshit. I said, here we go. Rage quitting. That's exactly how we're going to do this today. This gives me, I'm losing the match on Mortal Kombat 1 because that motherfucker chose Omni-Man and they're doing that same 35 hit combo that takes down 40% of my life and I can't come back from that. So it's going to be quitality. This is what this gave me. Quitality. So because they don't get you, it's over because you're not stupid. That was one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. One of the dumbest things I've ever heard. Then when you're being pressed in the conversation, because Kiki, you're trying to sell yourself in this moment. Kiki's like actually trying to fight for you to stay. My Filipino sister, why are you feeling like this? Why are you doing that right now? Like, she didn't say that exactly, but you know where I'm going with this. It's, come on, girl, fight. Like, we're friends here. Like, let's not do this today. Well, maybe I don't have any more fight left in me. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's what's going on. I'm not stupid. I'm not dumb. I'm not dumb. And then you sound kind of dumb. Drewski, thank you for the super chat. Now, why is she giving India Farah in this shot? Who? Not Kiki? You talking about these teeth? Well, her mouth is closed, so I'm referring to another screenshot, and Drewski low-key baited me into that. Oh my goodness. Thank you for the super chat. Stop it, you guys. Now, Kiki, I don't understand why, after hearing her just tell you, send me home, I don't have the fight in me anymore. I don't want to be here because I'm not stupid, because look at what they're doing. I mean, it was good TV for you to save her because of what happened later. But like, in my mind, had I been back there in this competition and I saw what had went down, and then you had said that little, that, oh, come on, man. Eggshell, white face looking bitch. If you had did that to me, bitch, I'd been angry. I've been looking at her like, you saved? You saved the chimneys? Soot, are you serious? Like, no, we're not doing this. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. You could have taken that makeup and said, bust. You want to go home? That is Bijou. I'm getting there. Let me tell the story. I'm getting there. We still on Melinda though. We gonna continue to drag. Denim, you didn't say not one lie in your confessional. You literally said the entire truth. She didn't understand the assignment, literally was asked to make it into a certain thing. It didn't happen. And look what, and that's why you're in the bottom. There was no lie. You didn't understand what you were asked to do. You went on your own route and things, and boom, you gave it what it was. I was like, Denim said the whole fucking truth. I love how y'all are in the chat just talking too quickly now. Let me narrate the story. I'm doing this frame by frame. Not that somebody said something this. We're talking about what Melinda did now, not what happened later. We'll get there. We'll get there. Because there's more to this before y'all say that. I'm a punching bag for these people. Huh? They gave you praise the other day. What are we doing? That's why I'm saying, let me finish my point out before you go, well, but I'm going to get there. That lady literally just made herself the victim. And I can't have that. Like, not on this show when we saw Sissy Superstar get dragged before they were sent home. I'm not doing that this good evening. Girlfriend Experience came out there with her titties out and was told, what the fuck is this? We're doing this today? Come on, Malin. Come on, Malin. You were in the bottom for an episode that you weren't even going to go home on. Let's really take a break. Let's really take a break and think about this. Just like what Kitten had just said. You really are getting in your emotions right now. You need to relax. You are going off at nothing. That's why I'm trying to narrate this through and get the point across the way I did. You don't like how I talk to you? Then she said, fuck all four of them on the panel. And I'm like, okay, sister, you're just now you're just venting and now you're just ranting. You need, as Matty-Rants, I'm gonna need you to stop because, like, stop. This is me. Just stop. Why would you say that? Of all the things that you could have just said, of anything that you could have opened your mouth and said, on. You had to bring the judges into this. I said, oh, she going home. I said, oh, that's it. That was me. I'm like, that's it. And then the last kicker for me, the ultimate donkey punch square in the face. The ultimate. Now, where are we going? Look at me. This is Vivienne Westwood inspired. Keyword inspired. Inspired. Expired, but inspired. It's the keyword, which is why when you saw my reaction post, I had to emphasize inspired because it's like, let's hold that last word accountable. You can keep Vivienne, but let's hold the last word. I would say it's Vivienne Westwood conspiracy theory. I don't know what inspired. There's you can theorize about it. Like, you could make an iceberg video for YouTube about the Vivienne Westwood inspiration, but like I wouldn't put that woman's good name into something like this quite just yet. I totally get it's with, I get it, flannel blah. Totally gotta. But no. You said that's so close though. It's Vivienne Westwood adjacent. Thank you for the super chat. Vivienne Westwood retired. Whoa. Vivienne Westwood expired. You're welcome for that. Maybe she meant Vivian Pinay. I don't know. Maybe. Not the Vivian for sure. It's definitely not the Vivian inspired. You know what? Listen, Melinda, I get it. Like, long ass day. You worked really hard on something. You saw yourself in the mirror and thought, this looks good. And then you found out it doesn't. And it's been on more than one occasion. I can understand the frustration. This was a lot. This was a lot though. And it was funny and it was a gag. But it's you saying fuck the judges. And then you know what they did? They went and pulled a whole clip of you saying, I respect their opinions and whatever they have to say, I'm going to take it and apply it. Because if we're not here to learn, then what are we here for? This is reality TV. Now, this moment, ooh, I was like, oh my God. It's like, not you rolled the tape back. Oh, so you do keep footage. Okay. This gave housewives energy. This gave Giselle said another lie and we have to clock her in again. Or how this season's going, Wendy misspoke and now we're making Wendy look like a bad person. But anywho, Mama walked away. Hey, whether or not she didn't mean it, when you say things, you got to be held for it. You can come back and go, my bad. But that's what your first thought was in your moment of, ill-begotten feelings, is you want to tell them people to go fuck themselves. Not, I'm mad at me for messing up today. I want to tell these people with my, BFA that I deserve to be here and they don't know what they're talking about and look at me. And I said, yes, look at you. The service starts at 6. We're trying to get these people in the door. We only got the pastor till 8, and we got to make sure you're in the ground before 9. That you, the whole season. Excuse me. I had to hit I bop out this desk real hard. It doesn't matter if they're the best or not. We're talking about what happened today. And the majority of us would agree this girl didn't give and it was trash and we're dragging it. And that's on that. Good luck to Melinda. We're going to have fun today, kids. Don't let nobody tell you different. Have a good time. Now, after Melinda's fit, let me get to Amy, because I'm over here. Girl, listen, Amy gets emotional. Don't save me as your friend. Save me because you want it. And I'm like, whoa. And she's getting very emotional now. Here's me. I'm like, okay, this is before things were said. We get, don't save me because I'm your friend. Fuck that. Save me because I'm your friend. Fuck all of that. But Amy was tired. She was also like, you know what I'm saying? She was also tired. Everybody's tired that day. See, I can still make that point and still call someone on their shit, right? Mama over here, like, I'd worked hard. I'm like, yeah, but it was still a mess. And I get that. But babies, when I say crying, Amy, I love you. But sister, that's not got to your mouth. And I'm over here like, nah. It's Luda for me. Like, girl, come on. I don't want to laugh, but like your stuff is up in this beach. Like, bitch, wipe your face. I know you sad, but pull your shit together. We're filming. That shit got to the mouth. Now you sobbing, and that's some real tears. If the snot's coming out, if you're sobbing, if it hit the some of y'all have been here before. Some of you I have been here before. I have been here before where I am crying and I am not even trying to wipe away my tears. I'm just sobbing. Okay. You say Viola Davis and Fences, nah, bitch, this is How to Get Away with Murder. And this is her confronting that man again. Why would you do this to me? And I just like that Viola Davis, okay? Very much that's How to Get Away with Murder, Viola, okay? Woo-wee. Woo-wee. No, I'm not shady for shit. You should be mad at the producers for then closing in on that gap whenever this mucus happened. We're going to show this because this is what happened. Okay, nothing shady about it. But listen, that's when Nira need to step into the chat. That wasn't Zoom though, baby. So don't worry about that. Thanks, reserver. That wasn't zoomed and enhanced. I hope you're kidding with me. That's literally the shot on the screen. Did you watch the episode? That's the shot. Ain't nobody had to zoom and enhance that. Listen, they literally, that's the shot. I don't know why Nira needed to do all of this, in my opinion. I'm really okay. I'm like, please tell me you're kidding. Like, I am not going to zoom in on that. That's nasty. Well, look at the both of them, and then look at me. So like, da 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 da, da. And I was like, what? Like, she got hyped, and I didn't understand that. And to me, I'm thinking, okay, Nira, if you're already mad that Melinda just sat there and said, I don't want to be here when you're in a position to go home, that's one thing. Amy's, I don't know where all that had came from. And it was like, well, I'm about to do this and do this. Well, you need to save me and this, that, and the other. And then Amy's like, well, girl, like, first of all, let's not go there. And then it turned into this argument about a lip sync. And then I'm looking at Amy like, now what the fuck are you doing? Well, save Melinda then. Let me go up against this bitch. To near enough, your argument point was, do you know how to do a split? Oh, so that makes an excellent lip syncer? Oh, that gagged me. That showed me her immature ass. I was like, girl, what the fuck is she talking about? Do you know how to do a split? I do. So am I gonna wear you out? I can do a split, backflip, front handspring, front aerial, back handspring. I can still do all those things. Can I wear you out now? Is that what that means? Kick out and everything. Do a dip and actually do it correctly. What are we doing? What are we doing? I was like, what is this? Save Melinda, Amy. Huh? Nira. Well, can you do a split? I was like, what the fuck? What just happened? Was this drag race this week? This is crazy. It was good. It was good, but it was crazy. Like, she's saying some nonsensical shit, like on some real entitled level of nonsense. It's already been, this is the pretty girls corner. You can't sit over here. Now it's the, you can't beat me in this, that, and the other. I mean, she came out swinging for that lip sync. She better have backed that mouth up. Better have backed that mouth up. Amy don't like this kind of level of like, I don't know. Like, I feel like, yeah, Amy also wants to talk that shit too because she has confidence in herself. But then it gets to a level sometimes with these other girls when they're going back and forth, like, okay, are we taking this seriously now? Or is this going to like another deeper extent? Like, are y'all really mad at each other? Do you really not like each other? Like, is it that serious? Like, Nira, dare I say that you don't respect Amy's drag? And I've been feeling that way for a little while now. And I don't want to go there, but it kind of feels that way. Or you just could be just tired of all the bullshit and you just want to be like, fuck it. I'm getting sick of this shit. These girls shouldn't stay over me. I already know I'm better than them. I'm mad about it. I don't know. When we get back to the stage, though, and Kiki is given the decision to use the Golden Beaver, she decides to give it to a funeral director. Like, girl, Melinda Verga got the beaver. I mean, technically, Amy asked for it, but also Thick Lemon over here was very, my outfit was better. You can tell by this and that and the other. They were also fighting for their spot too. So I just thought, you gave it to Melinda of all people? Brooklyn wasn't happy. Brooklyn wasn't happy. You cannot You cannot tell me different. Brooklyn. Well, I'll be damned. Melinda Verga, you're safe to slay another day. Oh, honey. Oh, she was not happy. This is when it was probably like, we're not going to do this again next year. That was probably that conversation after this. We're not going to do this next year. When they said her name, it was really okay. Like, you clearly saw how I want this to go down. Make better decisions. I thought that was crazy. I thought it was crazy. But, was it good TV? Yes. It was great TV. It was a fun moment. But it's. Did you catch Amy's clap though? Because Amy was like looking over at her, and Melinda's like, and Amy, and then you see Amy do this. I don't think it should go away, if I'm being honest with you. Even when moments like these happen, please don't take this away. This is fun. Because this is they don't know each other like that. So this feels like fresh wounds versus with All Stars where it's like, well, girls, I'm trying to get here and da 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 da. It seems a little too my friend. This is a bit different. Like where in situations where you know somebody should be lip syncing and then you save them. It's such a gag. It's such a gag. I'm sorry. It's such a gag. I love it. Like Nira's over here like, wow, saved her. Okay, let me go fuck up this lip sync. Amy. I would have never made a comment like, save Melinda then so I can go lip sync against this girl. Unless, listen, the only time I'm doing that is if I'm really hot and I know that bitch can't lip sync. And she's talking some mad shit. Nira can move. So I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to want to do all that. Because just what I saw in that lip sync, if I saw Nira doing what she was doing, baby, when I tell you, I would have turned my energy to 2 billion. Oh, you want to throw the kitchen sink? I'll throw the entire house. Macon, I hear you, but I'm going to keep my same opinion with this. This is just how I feel about it, right? And I think a lot of other people agree with me too. Brooklyn didn't seem too happy with the decision. So I'm going to keep that there and move on forward, regardless of if it was said the week before, the week then, this, that, da, 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 da. I'm looking at tone. I'm looking at the face. I'm looking at the body language. So that is what the level I'm looking on versus a statement that may have been happened multiple times. I disagree. I think she was a little upset and was like, ugh, why would you keep her? And I'm staying with that. Cool? All right. Now, let's get to the lip sync itself. Come Through by Priyanka featuring Lemon. Actually, 2 queens from a previous season in a song that was here. Yeah. Nira. You peed, sister. Oh, you got one person I agree with you. You peed. You did that. I can't even lie. I was like, oh. I said, oh. When she turned on, it didn't turn off, not for 1 second. Not one. That energy was at 10. And I was like, ooh. I mean, she was performing her own. I agree, Dave. This song very much gave me Nira's energy. I was like, oh, this is right up her wheelhouse. She knew the words, she knew the ad libs, she knew all of it. Amy didn't know all the words. I love you. I love you. You know, I knew you were gonna stay. Actually, no, I didn't. That's a lie. Because I was very pissed off. Like, damn, Amy's gone home, and we still got this lady up in here. Not even near her. I'm talking about Belinda. Like, oh, how that happened. Amy was performing though, and I think that's something Brooklyn appreciated after listening to somebody just say they want to go home, and they don't see it for me, and da 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 da. Like you like regardless of us hearing the same statement again or whatever, Brooklyn was looking at the big picture in terms of things here. Like they know that this lady was just back there dogging them low key and being like, fuck all this. I know what I'm doing. Da, 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 da. They know that. I watch Amy, regardless of her not knowing some of the words, fighting. She tried her best when it came to certain beats she was hitting it. She knew some of the words. She knew some pivotal parts. That last in there, it was like, okay, you could she knew some of the words, but it wasn't as if like it wasn't as bad as you remember. You remember the previous week. It wasn't as bad as I think Girlfriend, where she had just the chorus down, and it was kind of like, okay. Mark, I agree. I will admit, because I love me some Amy, but I gotta give credit where credit was due. Near was fucking it up. And she was that energy, boom, 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 boom. But I was also like, okay, Amy, come on. This is me. Amy, come on. I was like, come on, Amy. I was like, come on. Come on. Fight for your life. Fight, Amy. Fight. That's all I kept saying to myself. Like, come on, fight, sister, because she is cutting up. And this, you were just saying, put me in the bottom with her. Don't go home on those words. Don't go home on those words, please. Please, Jesus. Which lip sync was, is that a real question? This week or last week? This week, for sure. Oh, God, this week was so much better. Oh, oh, yeah. Was this my favorite lip sync of the season? Maybe. Yes, I will say. Yep, favorite lip sync of the season so far. Mm-hmm. Favorite one of the season. Yes, yes, I will keep that. I will keep that because while one knew everything that was going, like again, Nira was on the level, can't be matched. Amy was trying really hard, and it was nice to see someone at least give, and they knew some of the words, but yeah, sister had them legs out. Now that looked a lot cleaner than a certain particular contestant on another franchise of international proportions. But I was still rooting for Amy through it all. Like she was taking off the ties and the socks one by one and incorporating it through this rollover moment. She didn't have to have her hands to pick herself back up. I said, "Okay, Amy, you use the legs with the go ahead, go ahead." But yeah, Nira was in her bag. The wig was still on. She never took off her glasses. They stayed on the entire time. I have to give that to you, Nira girl. I was like, them glasses didn't move, not one. And she didn't move them suckers not once. And they're normally, ask Beyonce, them suckers fly. No, them glasses were on. I said, okay. She barely took off anything from her outfit. The hat came off. That's it. Now I'm worried for Nira though, because you know how I feel about sometimes when the girls are going in and they sometimes throw the entire kitchen sink out. And it's like every one of the big moves that you got, you just threw into one lip sync. So let's hope she doesn't have to lip sync again for the rest of the season because you know how that can get tiring. Maddie ranking lip syncs from an entire season would be fun, to be honest. Yeah, I should definitely consider doing like an edited video of the lip syncs. What was the best of the season from, bottom to top. Yeah, that'd be our best way to do it. I'll think about that in the future. Mercer Daniels, that also is a really good point. How would have Melinda tackled this performance compared to these two? Because we were entertained here. Hmm. Hmm. Maybe one day we'll find out. Ooh. What about next week? Because you remember the whole commercial where Brooklyn's like, stop the music, stop the music. Do you think that's going to happen next week? Are we already predicting Melinda to be in the bottom next week? What is good? I really want to know what is about to go. Like that little commercial was a little 10-second moment. I was like, what? What is about to happen? Like y'all are already arguing when you first get back. Then there's clearly gonna be tea and untucked. Then we're gonna get to the stage. It's gonna be a huge moment too. I was like, oh my goodness, we're about to get, and it's Snatch Game. What if it's like a whole fake out moment and it's really like an issue with audio and they just had to like redo the whole thing or whatever? I can see that happening too. I can see that happening too. Merlin, why you write Merlinda, Keith? Yeah, she was in the because remember her and Venus were going back and forth at one point in time, and Venus is like, okay, okay. Like Venus had to get loud because Melinda was still going in. And I was like, what is happening here? Because she brought back that energy after just being saved into the like, can you imagine? Melinda might do well in Snatch Game, so I'm kind of worried. I don't know at this point in time because if she ends up having that defeatist attitude, it's going to consume and then she can't perform. Child, I said, okay. Listen, I think Amy was doing the best she could and keeping up. She didn't have all the words, but Nira was in her bag. It was definitely near enough. I did appreciate this little high five they did at the end of the song. I appreciated that because it was like, okay, y'all had that little moment, but you both know that you tried your best, or at least you're showing some sportsmanship here. That is, I appreciate. I appreciate that. I was like, okay, okay, okay. All right, all right, all right, that's fine. Nero was very happy to be saved. It was an emotional moment. Amy fully had accepted that defeat. And then she was told, Shantae, you stay. This is why I make my point of Brooklyn going, y'all made the wrong decision with giving her the beaver. Like, girl, no, I'm saving both you hoes. Okay. Like, I'm not ready to see you go home, Amy. I'm not ready to see you go home, Nira. Nira, you did the dues, but I'm not ready to see Amy to go home. Look at how Melinda is sitting back here. The other girls were gagged. Low key, high key, all keys. They were gagged. Gagged. I still hold my answer for that one, no matter how anyone feels. That is literally my take on the situation. Like, I don't care what is said. If my point wasn't proven, that is where I stand. I believe Brooke wanted that girl gone and was like, I'm not doing this. No, not before her. Pull her back in. Great performance though. But I think she wanted Melinda to have to lip sync. That's just where my mind was at. Listen, we still got the same amount of people here, which is 9. I'm cool with them getting another chance. I'm happy for a double Shantae. That was a fun lip sync. This episode was chaos in a good way. It started out kind of smooth. We could see some buildups of some drama. It was going a certain direction. No, 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 no. All that was happening. And then when we get to the critiques, it was like, oh, we're going somewhere else. We get to Untucked. Oh, okay. 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 We get back to the stage. She chose who it the volume just kept getting higher and higher. Then you do the lip sync and it's like, oh, this is a good one. Oh, Nira saved. No, we liked Amy. Amy saved. Boom, volume breaks. Then they show the trailer for the next episode. It's like, oh, this is gonna continue. I was sold. So for me, this is my favorite episode of the season so far. It was highly entertaining. even with all of the antics from Melinda, or however you all may feel that I feel about her based off of my commentary, she brought excellent television today with her nonsense. And so did Near Enough. That little brat with an attitude, very much that still was entertaining because I need that kind of see you next Tuesday behavior. We cannot hold each other's hand all the way through. This is a competition for some money. I want these babies to cut up, just like how I'm going to be Team Taylor Hale once again when this Big Brother reindeer games shit starts. I got to get back on the Taylor Hale defense line system. Y'all know how it goes. Shout out to Taylor. Shit, it was good TV. It was good TV. It's good TV. It's good TV. Good TV. Macon, let's look at it. Girlfriend went from being saved the previous week and then being eliminated the next. Kiki went from being saved to winning this week. Will Melinda get the curse or the buff of the beaver? Are we calling it that now? Ooh. Because let's get to the beaver again. Because Macon, think about this. Kitten won the beaver, saved girlfriend, ended up in the bottom the following week. Girlfriend went home. She's back in the top again. Kiki was in the bottom the previous week, like you were just saying that, right? Was saved the previous week, won this week. So hold on. Put Aurora into the beaver conversation. Put Aurora in the beaver conversation now. Aurora won the beaver. We won the beaver. Won her episode. Used the beaver. Who did she save again? Kiki, right? But Aurora was safe this week. Maybe Aurora can't be cursed by the beaver. Or maybe it'll hit them later. Very interesting. I know, stupid, but I'm also like, ooh, I'm interested. I'm interested. Mercer Daniels, I think this is the best way to leave it. The beaver giveth and the beaver taketh away. I think that's going to be the best way to wrap up the review tonight. I think everybody in the chat, everybody included, I think that's going to be the new saying for the rest of the season for us. The beaver giveth and the beaver taketh away. We will see if that's the place naked. I hope to see you again next week because I want to see if that is actually, that might be interesting. If the beaver works in mysterious ways. The golden Sigourney beaver. Shout out to Sigourney Beaver. Such a sweetheart. Yeah, I want to see what happens next week. I am not going to look up spoilers on purpose. I need to be surprised with how that goes down because it's been kind of a hoot. It's been kind of a hoot. It has been. Hey, Candace Drag Race, we appreciate the wonderful episode, this season in general, all seasons in general. And for those of you who haven't seen the episode yet, but you popped on over here to my review, go watch it on Wow Presents Plus. I believe it's on Crave in Canada and BBC iPlayer in the UK. Check it out. This season is kind of given. There's a new twist system in play, a new way to play the game. We shall see. We shall see. No spoilers, everybody, in case you have them. Let's hope for the best for all. We'll see how this goes down. We'll see how this goes down. I don't know. The thing is that when it comes to Melinda, and I think we just apply this to everybody when it comes to reality TV or Drag Race, like you are your own worst enemy. And then you're also on a different playing field than your own that you're used to. You're with other people who are at different levels and different takes. Sometimes you're just not the best that day, right? But like at the same time, it's when you're not at your best day about how you handle it and react to it. Melinda's going through. And I feel like this is going to continue on unless there's this huge moment next week where it's like, you guys, I'm so sorry. I was totally out of it. Da, 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 da. And they have this big kumbaya moment. That is possible. Or she brings a lot of that into the next episode and we get to have more moments of, what is this? Oh my God. I kind of want the latter, but I also don't want someone's mental health to be extremely affected by this competition and what goes on, because you only have one brain now, unless you're in that movie Get Out. Anywho, thanks for tuning in, everybody. I hope you had a wonderful time today. We got passionate today in the chat. We gave our opinions here. We said a few things. We went a few places. We opened a couple of doors. We threw some people into the trash. No, we didn't. This is an empire. But someone's makeup did say 6 feet under. Once again, I don't need to stress this, but I shall continue to. Please. I just got home from Cheesecake Factory. Oh, Fatima, we'll open that leftovers and enjoy the rest of the show and do the watch back. Do not send hate to anybody we talked about today. That's not okay. We don't do that shit. Don't send hate to the shows. We're watching these shows. Why would you send hate to it? Huh? Enjoy this program. Make sure you send love to these queens if they're performing at your local venues and spaces and places. Tip them down because that is how drag queens make their money, as well as make sure to hit the thumbs up button on this video so I can make my money and get in the comment section so I can get my ass into the algorithm and tell me what you thought of this week's episode of Canada's Drag Race. Drop a tip in the jar if you feel like it. It is the end of the evening for me. I am taking Saturday off. I will be back Sunday for Japanel. I will probably post my reaction to House of Villains this weekend on Patreon. But yes, Sunday will be the panel. Monday is House of Villains and Tuesday is Dragula for the rest of the week. But tomorrow I'm taking a break and it's been a while since I had a Saturday off. So yeah, I love y'all. Take care of yourselves. Mamu-chan sends his love to today. I appreciate you listening to my long, long conversation about Canada's Drag Race. But when it's right, it's right. I'll see you for the next one. Bye.
Listen. Yeah.